Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Tesla. We got some exciting times here in Tesla. We're going to talk about pivot point, where we're going, and all that sort of stuff, and what we've done in the past with these pivot points. Okay, earlier this morning, Grandpa put out a live stream. You can listen to it. It's packed with information that's still prevalent, and I would urge you to listen to it and probably listen to 3-4 of my earlier ones if you get a chance. And in that live stream, I said I expect Tesla to move between 314 on the bottom side today and 347 on the top side on Thursday, 347. I based on what I've seen so far, I'm leaning towards 314 still on the bottom side, possibly. Maybe even 310. Anything is possible with Tesla. But 314 on the bottom side. Grandma's trying to buy some at 315. We have a new low so far today of 316.28. 316.28. I do not believe that is going to be our new bottom pivot point. Although it is $51 down from our top pivot point of 367.20. So $51 and change down, and that's a fair move down. It's just that this thing is moving more than what it used to do in the past. We're running in a wider range than we were before. So that being said, 314 on the bottom side, 335 to 337 area on the top side, I think is going to stop us dead in our tracks. I will be shorting start shorting probably in the 330, 332 area if it goes there. Currently, we're bouncing back up. We've been running sideways. This is a 1-minute chart, by the way. The reason I have it up is because of the 316.28 shows up here. Our new low today. I already made my money for today. I went long and sold at. I put in my sell at 295.95. Three. I went long and I sold 5 pennies below 330 at 229.95. I had Grandma selling at 330, and it went to 329.98 and reversed straight down, all the way to 216.28. So that's how they operate. She came within 2 cents. That supercomputer did not want to give Grandma her money. And Grandma wasn't happy about it either. So Grandpa's going to quit goofing around. Okay, where are they blinking? I'm going to tell you a little bit about blinking real quick because it's very prevalent. When we get a red candle in the 1 minute, they're blinking like crazy. They're blinking anyway, but they speed it up. And they're blinking at 301 and 298 at the same time. 301 and 298. And they're doing 5,000 shares per minute at each one of them. Jeff goes, I'm unloaded, poor Grandma. Yeah, Grandma ain't worried. She'll keep those shares. Grandma will always be a winner, I'll guarantee you that. She's got like a, what is her average? 325 and a half average, and she'll make her $3 and she'll be happy as all get out. Currently, Grandma is long at 325.52. Like I say, she couldn't get out at the 330 by 2 pennies, and so then I had her snag a few more down on the bottom to lower her average down, because she was originally in at 327, which would have been great if they would have filled it for her, but they didn't. So anyway, they're shorting at 301 and 298. Every time you see a red candle in the 1 minute, that's what they're doing. And on the top side, they're shorting at 337 and 334. And when you see green candles like we're getting right now, they're doing both of them at the same time. So they're shorting literally 10,000 shares a minute in that area. That's exactly what is going on. And we are looking for a new bottom pivot point right now. The question is, okay, so you know Grandpa right now is expecting Tesla to move between 314 and 335 on the top side, maybe 337, okay? For today, okay, and we made a new top pivot point at 367.20 on Monday night at 11 p.m. and we couldn't even trade it. We can only trade from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. at night, and 7 out of 10 times that they make a top or bottom pivot point, they make it where you can't even get in on it. The very best anybody was getting if they were going to go short was 360, 361 at the most, going if they wanted to short. But I'll guarantee you that them bad boys were shorting out at 367 like they were insane, because they know what's coming. And what's coming, in Grandpa's opinion, is a minimum of 270 area, okay? 270. And most likely, in Grandpa's opinion, 257. But if they do it after when you can't trade, you're not going to get to buy. You might not ever get to buy 257. In order to know that you're going to get a fill on the bottom end to go up to $7,000, where Grandpa thinks we're going in within a year, you need to be able to buy in the low 260 area, 262, 265. 270. Pick your poison and hold. When you get down there, hold on. I don't care if it goes to 250. Just buy some more and hold on and wait. What are we going to wait for? We're going to wait for 7,000 a share. Grandpa will give you some other numbers another day. When I anticipate that when we finally make our new bottom pivot point, and the problem with that is once we finally make our new bottom pivot point, it'll be 2 days before I know put it this way, it might be only a day before I know, a day to 2 days before I know that that's for sure our bottom pivot point. But by then it's going to retrace back up 30, 40, 50 bucks. Okay, that's the game they play. But they do an absolute pattern. Before I forget, I believe we're going to close within pennies of where we closed yesterday. We closed in the green. People panic sold and drove us down here to the 316. Okay, they're scared to death. These people are long from back up at the 350, 360 area, and they panic sold. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for panic selling. They shouldn't have been buying up there in the first place. That's the real truth. But people get caught up in the moment, okay? And I understand that. Grandpa's not perfect either, you know. So just respect who you're playing against. You're playing against the supercomputer that's designed to take your money. And it hones in on you personally. Take it personally. Look what they did to Grandma today. Within 2 pennies of her getting her money. Okay, let's see. Jeff has given me some messages. Says he'll be in the money soon. Yes, you will. I think I'm not sure what his average is. I think it's around 224 the last I heard. Let's see, 270 on the way. He's at 323. So he has a 323 average. Excellent, Jeff. Make him give you some profit. Don't just bail, right away. But come on, break out, he goes. Okay, where was Grandpa? Okay, so anyway, I believe we're going to close, and I said this in my last live stream this morning, 330 area. We closed in the green yesterday. They want you to believe there's still hope, okay? And because all the analysts will say, oh, it's closed in the green. We made a lower high yesterday, which we did, okay? And they'll probably do the same garbage tomorrow. They'll make a lower high, and but I think we're going to close within pennies of the 330.24 where we closed yesterday. I think we're going to be literally within pennies. If we close under that, it's not going to be more than 25 cents, in my opinion. That's how close to 330 will be. And very possibly, maybe around the 331 area or 330.75 that will actually close today, okay? And they're going to want to print that out because, we closed in the green again. Who cares if it's by 50 cents, okay? They do the same pattern over and over and over. Okay, I'm going to go through past pivot points, okay? In the past, 182, okay, 182 was the bottom pivot point. Then it went up to 228.55. That was the top pivot point. On the way down, they dipped us down. Then they had a little bit of a bounce back up, and we closed lower, put it that way, say in the 220 area. Then they went up and they closed in the 222 area, whatever, and give us a green day, followed by a day when it closed within pennies of that same number. Just a little bit better usually. Usually it's a little bit better to give you hope as they pull the plug, because 328.55 is now your top pivot. What'd they do? They took us down to 202.36. Write these numbers down, okay? 202.36. Write all these pivot points down. It tells a story. From 202.36, they bounced us straight up to 265. We gapped up. It went up like crazy to 265, even right on the money. That's your top pivot point then at that point. What'd they do then? They went straight down to 212.11. Keep in mind, as I'm giving you these numbers, we have an upward progression, but they can pull you back $100 or more while they're giving you an upward progression. And the dominant trend is down currently because we have a sell signal in the daily. As a matter of fact, we're getting a second sell signal in the daily right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you. We've been under a sell signal in this daily. That's why this grandpa's been singing that the dominant trend is down, because of this, what you're looking at right here. This was a bull flag. It was a bull flag that moved from 250 to 267. It don't even show it on our screen how high this thing actually went. Because they do it when we can't trade. But regardless, it moved $120, $30 straight up on a bull flag with a sell signal. And the only crazy person in the world screaming that the dominant trend is down while it's going up. I'm not saying I know it's going up. I'm not stupid. But the truth is the dominant trend is down. This is a sell signal. This is a sell signal. This is a bull flag. Look at it. This candle is engulfed into that one. That one's engulfed into that one. They're all engulfed into that one, and that one is red. That is a sell signal, and we are going down. We are looking for a new bottom pivot point. Is Grandpa getting excited? Oh, Grandpa, he's always excited. Okay, so I'm going to show you on here where I anticipate us going. Here's the 284 area, okay? This is your first real possibility of a real bottom pivot point. Could that be it? It could. I just don't know. Buy some shares there just in case. Here's 270. Okay, 270. More likely, in Grandpa's opinion, buy some shares there. Okay, that's Grandpa's opinion. Got it? Grandpa's going to do that. Grandma's going to do that. Because $7,000 a share is coming in your future. Probably within a year. In Grandpa's opinion. Okay, so we have 270 here. What number does Grandpa got down here? Oh, 252, 253 area. Okay, this is going to be real close. 257, 252, a dip, wick down. They may go there when we can't even trade. Okay, so somewhere in here, if we get down here, you want to load up. But load up and hold on. Hold on, Because when this thing goes back up next time, we're going to, it might stagnate just below 400 for a little bit. Yeah, I'm looking for 415. 415, anywhere from 395 to 415, and it's going to go so fast. When you've had the opportunity to buy, when you get the opportunity to buy at 270 and you wake up the next day and it's 350, oh, I should have bought at 270. Why didn't I? Now it's 350. I'll wait. And while you wait, it goes to 400. Oh, I missed the boat. Then they dip it down to 370. Oh, I'll buy here. And you buy at 370, and they're going to go make a new bottom pivot point at 300. That's how they play the game, okay? And Grandpa's going to talk pivot point every time I come on here. I'm going to rant and rave about pivot points because it tells a story. And these guys have a pattern. I'm telling you, they have a pattern. They do the same garbage over and over and over. And if you write these numbers down, and you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see a pattern, how they give you a higher low and how they give you a green day followed by a mediocre green day, and to give you hope. And then when you're looking for a new bottom pivot point, and your dominant trend is down, you got problems. Okay, if you're long. Okay, so let's get with the program here. Grandpa got off cue. So right now Grandpa's latest thing he was talking about was 265 was the top pivot point. What did they do to us? What did they do? I'll tell you exactly what they did. They gave us a new bottom pivot point at 212.11. 212.11 from 265. And it was pretty fast. But on the way down, they muddled around in the 230, 240 area. And during that time, they dipped it down in the 230s. They bounced us back up close to 240 and give us a green day. Oh, we got a green day. It's on its way back up. Oh, boy. And then they gave us a day that was mediocre within pennies of it. Within pennies. And they, or it was a few cents under. Oh, it's close. We're looking good. We're on our way back up. And keep in mind, you're in the 240 range at this point, okay? And what they do, from 265, they went straight to 212.11. 212.11 was our bottom pivot point then, okay? And Grandpa's singing, is 212.11 going to be our new bottom pivot point? Grandpa's singing it. I don't know for sure. I don't know. I can't tell until we get the bounce back up. You have to anticipate this stuff a little bit. And what did they do? From 212.11, they went up $61 overnight, $50 overnight, and another $11 the next day. And so they ended up a total of a little over $61 to $273.70. And keep in mind also that the movements are larger now. The movements in Tesla are getting larger and larger as the price inches up, okay? Can we still run sideways in an area for a week? Absolutely. They'll bore you to death. They'll try to make even Grandpa forget about pivot points. nobody wants to hear about pivot points when the price has been in the same range, back and forth, in a sideways range for $10 for a week or two, and everybody goes to sleep and they forget what's really happening. Okay, so now you're up at 273.70. That's your top pivot point. We know it is because the price has already dropped down to 250. That's why we know. So the price is at 250 now area, and they dip you down into the mid 245 range, and Grandpa's wondering, is this the new low pivot point possibly at 245? Is it? I don't think so, but it might be. Anything is possible with Tesla. Should I buy 245, or what should we do? And so that they take us back up to 350, and they give you a green day. They give you a green day, and you think, oh boy, that 245 was our new low bottom pivot point. And then they give you the next day where it's within pennies of the 245 area. Okay, they do it every single time. They have a pattern. Okay, and what did they do from 273.70? Where's your new bottom pivot point? I'll tell you where it's at. It's at 238.88. That's where they went. 238.88. And what did they do then? From 238.88, they went all the way to 367.20. And you only had the opportunity to go to 361. But they went to 367.20, and they made a new top pivot point. Now, if you're writing this stuff down, you're going to see that we are moving up substantially, but they can still move you down $100 like nothing. Okay, so it's a tough game, but if you understand it, you at least have a chance. Okay, so we have a new top pivot point of 367.20. In all likelihood, in Grandpa's humble opinion, we're going to see a minimum of 270, a $100 drop, $97 drop. But I really think that we're going to see a new bottom pivot point of 257. However, you may not be able to trade it because they're probably going to do it in the middle of the night when you can't trade. So you're going to have to front run it some to get in. Paradise is here. Hey, Pastor Dan. He says, howdy. Howdy. That sounds like a John Wayne thing there. Howdy, partner. Okay, so Grandpa's wound up today. I had a good day. I got to get a little bounce up here to get Grandma out of her shares. She's not asking for much. All she wants is 328.57, and she's going to take some good profit. Even though Grandpa believes it's going to go back up to 330 before the close today, Grandma is going to take her. I should have front run her this morning. I front run my own self, but I'm sitting in front of the computer and she's in the basement doing packaging and stuff. So as I seen it going up, I front run the 330 by 1 nickel. I filled my 229.95. It went to 229.98. talk about blind luck, huh? So I should have had Grandma at the same price. But, I wanted Grandma to look good and make a nickel extra. And that's the way it goes. But she's going to be good. And Grandma don't care. Grandma will take the ride all the way. She'll just buy more shares down at the 260 area or the 270 area. Okay? Because we're going to go to 7,000. Your future is bright. Elon and Ramaswamy and Rand Paul, they're going to cut regulations. Tesla is golden. I'm so bullish on Tesla, I can hardly sit in my chair. It's getting hard for Grandpa to even take a nap just thinking about 7,000 a share in a year from now. I was listening to Matt Poitras the other day, and this guy's sharp, multimillionaire. All my friends are smart, like Pastor Dan and Jeff and Treasonous Trucker and DLA. I surround myself, Pastor Keith, I surround myself with extremely smart people because I want them to rub off on me. And I like smart people. Grandma's really smart. Pastor Keith, he's a think or swim genius, that guy. He's phenomenal. I can't even tell you. He knows that. I've called in. I've told this story before. I've called in for help back in the day when it was TD Ameritrade all the time, and even with Schwab. He knows their trading Thinkorswim program better than they do. I kid you not. He should work for them. They should just make him the boss. But he's a pastor and he don't care about it anyway. That's the problem he's got, Grandpa, I don't have anything better to do than goof around with the grandkids and talk trading. Let's see, where are we? Okay, and always remember this. Trading is reactive. Trading is reactive, not predictive. That's why Grandpa's not predicting anything. I'm just giving my opinion. But it's based on stuff, okay? So I'm just being... Grandpa's trying to be facetious here. Okay. Gap down coming soon. Oh boy, Grandpa's going to go short up in the 230 area, by the way. And will I have the guts to hold out for 270 or will I take my profit at 285? You tell me. Grandpa's going to bail at 285. He always sells early. I can't help myself. I always sell early. I'm sorry. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm telling you what, I want to say a couple things here before I leave. Grandpa believes that the shares are going to be with the cut in regular. I'm going to tell you why here. Why are we going to 7,000 per share within a year? Within a year from now, they're going to be cutting regulations. Everybody's going to be on the bandwagon and understand the importance of Elon's Tesla being able to get his full self-driving much, much quicker, with support from the government, getting robotaxi in place with support from the government, getting Optimus underway and being sold into the factories. And once these bad boys start figuring it out, 7,000 is going to come so fast your eyes will water. If you sell your shares at $5,000, I can't help you. I can't help you when the next month it's 7,000. And when you sell your shares at 7,000, I can't help you when the next month it's 10,000. And when you sell your shares at 50,000, don't blame Grandpa. I absolutely have said this multiple times. I'm going to say it again. Do not blame Grandpa if you sell your shares at $50,000 a piece, because in 1 year it'll probably be 100,000 per share. And I don't want you saying, why didn't you tell me, Grandpa? Because I'm telling you right now, that is where I think we're headed. And you can think I'm crazy all you want. I could care less. Grandpa likes crazy people. Most of my friends are slightly crazy, to be honest. And I consider all of you listening friends, so there. And but the sky is the limit, okay? When those regulations come off, as they come off, people are going to figure out what's going on. I'm listening to analysts. They don't get it. You know what they're whining about? I'll tell you what they're whining about right now. They're whining because Elon is the new government efficiency guy, and he's not going to be paying attention to Tesla. Paying attention to Tesla. He's going there to Pastor Keith, or Pastor Dan goes crazy, you bet. Yeah, well, that is a fact. But I love that guy. I'll tell you, I got some good friends. God has really blessed me. What was I ranting and raving about? Okay, so what my point is, you got these YouTube analysts, and they're good. They're good at what they do. But they're whining, and traders are whining because Elon's not going to have enough time to pay attention to Tesla while he's doing the government efficiency. Well, I'm telling you, you goofballs, the reason he's doing the government efficiency is he's going to get rid of the regulations that are stopping his companies from functioning, not just Tesla, but SpaceX. They've regulated them to the point where it takes them longer to do the paperwork. He can build 3 rockets in the time he's got to do the paperwork. It's nuts what they've done to him. Fine him for using clean water. Just one lawsuit after the other he's been under, and still profitable. Still profitable. Tesla is just rock solid. We've got nothing but wonderful times in our future. Buy the dip. Anywhere you buy Tesla is a buying opportunity. I'll keep singing that song. I had a friend call me the other day. He bought in at $340. I love the guy. He bought in some shares at $340. And to him, it's a big deal. And it's a big deal to me because he's my friend. And he called me the other day and he said, Grandpa, should I get out and try to rebuy? And you know what? I really believed that it was going to dip down here today and beyond. But I didn't tell him to sell his shares because I'm not God. And I'm going to, and like I told him, I said, listen, keep your shares. Just keep them. We're going to 7,000. we're going to 10, we're going to 50, we're going to 100. Just keep your shares, and when it goes down, buy another one. And when it goes down, buy another one. And when it comes back up some, buy another one as you can buy. And but don't give him the opportunity, because if he sells his shares at 340, and we get a bounce up to 340 tomorrow, and I'm going to get out and I'm going to get back in. Grandpa says it might go to 270, okay? And so say he gets a bounce up there to 340, he sells his shares, and we find out that the new bottom pivot point is actually, let's put it back on the 1 minute and look at that new bottom pivot point. Where'd it go? This is the 1 minute chart. 316.28. Could that possibly be the new bottom pivot point? They're going to do everything in their power to make you believe it is as they drive us up here. When you're up around 335, that's going to look like a possibility. Do I believe it is? No, I don't. Could I be wrong? 100%. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. It might be. I don't think it is. I think 270's coming. 285, 270, 257. But could 316.28 be our new low bottom pivot and we go straight to 415? Absolutely. Absolutely, it could be. So if he sells his shares at 340 and bails out, and Grandpa's wrong about where he thinks that bottom pivot's going to be, he'll never get back in. He'll never get him back, because if we make a new top pivot point around say 475, they'll probably give us a new bottom pivot point at 370, and that's just Grandpa's opinion. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I was going to make a point and I forgot. I wish Grandpa would remember stuff. Listen, why you know what's going on because you listen to Grandpa, and you're crazy, and I'm crazy, and that's all wonderful. But you have friends, you have family, okay? And I say this. Why they're not going to be happy with you. when you have your 3 shares or 10 shares or whatever it is, and they're worth $100,000 5 years from now or 7 years from now, and you have your 10 shares and they're worth $1 million, and your buddy's going to say to you, hey, why didn't you tell me about this opportunity? Why didn't you tell me about loony, crazy Grandpa? I would have listened to him, So what I'm saying is, tell people. I don't even care if they listen to me. Have them buy 1 share. Just buy 1 share. I don't care where you buy it. It don't matter to me. I just think you should share the opportunity. I really do. It's fun. It's a riot. It's like Jeff said. Once you own some Tesla shares, then it becomes exciting. Then uh, you know, it's way more interesting, and I like seeing. Uh, it's intriguing to Grandpa how they function, how the market functions, and I just love it. Okay, Paradise is taking off on Grandpa. He says, "Off to my next job. Love you, brother, and love you too, Pastor Dan." Oh no, did I say Pastor Keith? Well, I love both of them. Pastor Dan is off to his next job. Uh, yeah, he's got a bunch of rental homes he has, and he does all the maintenance and repair on them, and he. I know he drives bus. He's a pastor. He's a working maniac, and then you got Pastor Keith. He's got more irons in the fire than you can shake a stick at. They all do. And Jeff, he's out trucking, and Teresa's trucker's out trucking. I talked to him this morning. He's doing real well. And so, okay. And I visited a little bit with Missy this morning. So, but she's so busy at work she can't even hardly listen to Grandpa. So, um, you know, uh, but share the opportunity. Share the opportunity. Uh, Anybody can pretty much get one share, and one share of Tesla can change your world. 10 shares of Tesla could make you a millionaire, in Grandpa's opinion. Okay, that's all I know about that. Hey, guess what? Yeah, this is my Biden deal. Get it? Hey, guess what? oh, ah, uh, think about eternity once in a while. Let's see, we're getting a sell signal in 1 minute. Whoopie doopie. We have a buy signal in the 15-minute. We're just going to move sideways here a little bit. We have a buy in the 15, and the dominant trend is down. We have a sell. We have two sell signals in the daily now, back to back, with a bull flag in between. Remember that. We're looking for a new bottom pivot point. Think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Hey, Clutch. Oh, I seen Clutches here. Hey, Clutch. Good. He's over there in LaGrange, Illinois. I haven't seen Clutch for a while. I like that Clutch. He's that guy is sharp. I tell you what, he's sharp. Grandpa's picking it up a notch here, Clutch. Okay, think about eternity once in a while. I'll be back around 6, and we'll do the opening for tomorrow. Think about eternity once in a while, Grandpa does. See you later.